Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching. By law, I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes only. All videos are property of Psychic Liz Cross, LLC. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is a Liz request. It's popular on Netflix. This guy, Kai the Hitchhiker, let me give you some backstory. In February 2013 in Fresno, he was hitchhiking, kind of like a spirit walker, and he interrupted this attack with an axe. I don't think he hurt anybody, but he tried to get this woman protected from someone being attacked. And then in May 2013, it was investigated a New Jersey homicide. He was traveling with his attorney and he murdered his attorney, and then they convicted him like 6 years later. So he's in prison now. Kai, the Spirit Walker, you can watch it on Netflix. But we're gonna have Liz Cross mind probe this guy and just find out what's going on upstairs.
Yeah, okay. What would you like to know?
How is Caleb?
He's not well. He's actually like taken a vow of silence
Oh
as
well,
I'm
we're gonna
tapping
get around
into,
that. Haha.
yeah, as I'm tapping into him today. He is very spiritual. I do get that about him, but mind you, how can he be spiritual and a murderer? Who knows? But he is very spiritual, and he's like he does a lot of fasting. He does these vows of silence and praying. Um, yeah, that's what I'm picking up on.
Okay, so what's going on upstairs? Is he schizophrenic? Is he not so? What's the clinical diagnosis?
Are you schizophrenic? I mean, he's telling me no. Let's ask the guy he murdered. Is he schizophrenic? Man, he's like, yeah, he's crazy. Um, is he schizophrenic? No, I'm not getting that he's schizophrenic.
His Joseph attorney, what was the soul contract that you entered into with Kai in order to be killed and murdered by him? That seems crazy.
Why did you enter into a contract? Because he wanted to end it. Like he doesn't, this soul here, the one that was murdered, he doesn't like the dying process. He's been there, done that. He hates it. He doesn't want to do that. So, there's 1,001 ways to die, I'm telling him, without having to be murdered. And he says, yeah, but he wanted to fulfill this contract with the killer because he was looking for someone on the other side to murder.
Okay. Is there a past karmic tie between Kai and Joseph Galfy that needed to be made amends for?
No.
So didn't that set in course a new set of emotions where Joseph Galfy will then have to reincarnate to murder the Kai spirit walker at some point? Because that's how we think it works down here, right?
Mm.
A tit for tat,
Um,
if you will.
Do you have to do this tit for tat? No, but what he's going to do, so this suspect, this convict, he actually has murdered in many lifetimes, Kai, and in the next lifetime, this victim is going to become a lawyer again, a prosecutor, and is going to be the one that puts him behind bars. This is a cycle that this Kai can't get out of. The only thing Joseph wanted to get out of it was to escape the dying process.
And what is the benefit to him for not having to go through that process? What are his intentions towards Kai right now, too?
What are your intentions to Kai right now? I mean, he has forgiveness because as a soul, he signed up for that. Is it ultimate forgiveness? He goes, sure, why not? And what was the other question? Sorry.
Uh, well, I'm trying to understand how things went down. How did things turn sour between you and Kai? What did you say to him that set him off, or did he just hear voices that told him to kill you? Like, what was the incident like where you died?
Oh, what happened? He just turned into a maniac out of nowhere. He has very unpredictable behavior. He could go from 0 to 60 in rage and manic behavior very quickly. He has no filter. He has no ability to control his emotions, his anger, his frustration, his sadness. Um, he is bipolar. Um, he needs to be on psychiatric medication, is what Joseph is saying. I'm like, is he on it now? No, not really. No, he's not. Even though he has been assessed, um, did they recommend that he is on psychiatric medications behind bars? Yes, but he's refusing to do that. And he also refuses to take psychiatric medication as well. So even if they hand it to him, he just, does something with it, flushes it, pretends to take it, but he doesn't take it.
What is
And
Joseph? Oh, sorry.
ooh, so I'm sorry, I have to give this to you. He is trying to hatch a plan, this Kai, to kill a guard in the prison.
Who's trying to hatch a plan with Kai to kill a guard in the prison?
No, sorry, I didn't say that properly. Kai is trying to hatch a plan whilst he's in prison to kill a prison guard. That's his target. That's his dream. He likes to kill.
Well, let's go back in time. Let's ask his soul, where did this urge come from? This desire to kill, or this mental imbalance, whatever it is?
This isn't from this lifetime. This is going way, way back.
Yeah, what's the
He's
origin?
always been, sorry, he's always been some sort of warrior, fighter. Um, he's killed indiscriminately many, many times, like, surprise attacks on other tribes, even peaceful tribes that they're not at war with, just because they can do it and he can do it. And oftentimes it's his idea.
Times
This
have
is
changed, though.
something that, sorry, this is something his soul just cannot let go of. This killer instinct, this is what I like to do. And the soul has got it wrong in this regard because he believes that he can ascend through darkness.
Yeah, I think he called himself Jesus Christ at some point along the spirit walk, and so I wonder what drugs might have been involved or other dark attachments that might be along with Caleb.
You called yourself Jesus? Yeah, he does believe he's a Messiah. He believes that by killing people, he's doing others a favor. Listen, that Joseph is not the first one he's killed in this lifetime. He has killed a few people in this
Really?
lifetime. Mm-hmm. He's a serial killer.
Can Joseph tell us who else he took out?
He took out a female. Uh, is this because he was hitchhiking? Yeah. Whilst he was hitchhiking, he was killing people that were giving him rides.
Is this in Canada or the US or both?
Is this in Canada? No, US.
The female that he killed, why did she enter into that contract with Caleb?
Why did you enter into that contract with him? Because she needed to be, she was young, okay? And she was kind of happy-go-lucky, drug taker. Hey man, it's cool if, yeah, sure, you want to, shall we get high, on the way or whatever? I could use some company. I mean, she was definitely a risk taker. She was also a prostitute in and around, popular stops on the road. And she was doing the same thing that he was doing, like basically just going from one location to another, not really having any particular destination just seeing what happens. Now, the contract was, see, they still haven't found her. She's been reported as a missing person, but she has not been found. And it's about the anguish of the people that have reported her missing, is what I'm getting. I feel she's somewhere out in the West. Um, he took over her car. The car was on its last legs. It wasn't a very good car. And he drove it into the woods and just left her there. But he's killed others. Yeah.
What about that soul contract between he and that prostitute, though? How did she enter into it? When you said she was young, did she mean on the earth plane or as a young soul? Just thought it was a good idea.
Was it? No, no, she's an older soul. But just because somebody is an old soul doesn't mean that they have the wisdom with it, right? You can have many lifetimes here on the earth plane as a human, but you may not have the wisdom, right? Just like you can have somebody in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who have lived a full life and yet they're not wise. They're still prone to being scammed and lied to. And I mean, she just said, "Yes, sign me up." He was looking for people to kill. He's there asking for volunteers in the spirit world, and she said, "Sign me up."
So, do you have like a desk and you say, would love to kill you next lifetime. Please sign here. How does that, like, how do you solicit people? It seems like they're not making good decisions there.
No, how do you solicit? How did he solicit people? Yeah, there is like a almost like an etheric desk, and you have to. I mean, there were some advisors there with him, actually. I can see two advisors. And so if you have questions, you can ask questions, which we know that most souls don't ask the good questions, or they're not really so much concerned about the particulars. We got that yesterday, actually, and on our live show. And yeah, so it's just, well, yeah, okay, I'll try this. Yeah, sign me up. What have I got to lose? I don't have
Your
anything else
life.
planned. Right, of course. But the way she's coming through, it's like, well, I don't have anything else planned in the lifetime. I may as well just do this. They had no prior connection, the two of them, before this lifetime. And it was a very short-lived contract. So they were only together for a few hours and he killed her.
What is the benefit to Joseph Galfy's soul to engage in that contractual death?
What is the benefit? Well, I mean, his personal benefit is really, I mean, just to find a way out. So if he would have, exited the earth plane by his own hands here, just to escape the dying process or the potential of the dying process, which is what the soul cannot stand, um, then it would have caused many more different emotions, especially with friends and family. When you have a murder, the emotions are very different. So you're not blaming the victim at all. There's no anger directed towards a victim. Whereas, and I'm sure some of you out there listening, you probably maybe have experienced someone in your family or a friend exiting the earth plane, and he said there's a certain amount of anger that loved ones can feel, like, why did you do this? And so that he didn't want that negative karma between he and his loved ones, like creating negative karma because he made the decision to leave by his own hand. So by leaving by someone else's hands, it creates positive karma for him, not negative karma. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Not really. No, I'm scratching my head on that one. So he's getting positive karma by allowing someone to kill him, and then are they getting negative karma? So is the karma balanced out, or is there like a net, you know, misdistribution of karma in there somewhere?
So I get what he's trying to say, right? Let me try and put it another way. He, by having the choice in the spirit world of somebody, yeah, sign me up. I'll be your victim. The feelings of the loved ones that he leaves behind when the act is done here on the earth plane, it's not anger and hatred and how could you do this to me? Why didn't you reach out? That it's not creating a negative karmic bond between he and his loved ones. It's creating more of a positive karmic bond between he and his loved ones because the loved ones are looking at it like, oh my gosh, that poor man, how terrible. And the negative that has been created is between the loved ones and the killer, not the loved ones and the victim.
So it's exiting the earth plane by proxy, but still exiting the earth plane.
Right. But what Joseph is saying to me is, he's tired of basically creating negative karmic debt. He's trying to create positive karma instead of being in debt all the time. His soul has actually worked out how cyclical this is, and he is saying that he's not prepared to do that anymore to his loved ones. He wants them all to keep ascending, and the negative karmic debt is actually holding them down.
Can you give us a numerical representation of his karma points banked right now, positive and negative, or explain how that works?
Can you give us a representation in number form? I mean, he's like, I've got over 1,000 karmic plus points in my positive karmic bank, and his negative karmic bank, he's saying is like around -35. So you see how he's trying to shift that? He really is trying to just no longer be here on the earth plane. His soul has figured it out.
Hmm. But with only 1,000 karma points, that seems low to me. I would think, there's like billions of karma points, or did he just dumb it down for us down here?
Hmm. Repeat that, please.
Pardon?
Can you repeat that?
Is it really just 1,000? Because as an older soul, I would think you would have billions of karma points and not just 1,000. 1,000 seems low to me in the karmic number. Did he just stupefy that, make it dumb for us, or is that the real number?
Is that the real number? No, that's not the real number. He just is trying to give us some sort of example. I mean, it's not
Oh,
even
well, I want the real number.
quantified. Well, he's saying it's not even quantified numerically, it's energetically.
But if he could convert it to numbers for the people down here,
It would be 50,000.
50,000. See, that wasn't that hard, Joseph. Thank you for that. Um, and if you could also turn around and give us the karmic bet bank of Kai, could you tell us what that is on a numeric scale?
On a numeric scale. Oh my God, he's like negative millions. He very rarely generates any good karma in his lifetime. So he is way in the negative. I mean, he's going to be stuck here forevermore on the earth plane trying to get out of this cycle. But you see, remember what he said, I want to ascend through darkness. So he believes that by being the contributor, being the suspect, the predator, and creating these situations for so many other people throughout the lifetimes that he'll just get an automatic, ascend, hit the button. Oh, here we go. He's done all this for us. Let's hit the button and let him jump several ascension levels. His soul has it completely wrong. That
Is
is
there
not going to happen.
is there a descension level? Can you be fully descended at some point?
Hmm. Can you be fully descended? I mean, he's headed in that direction for sure. But what gets me is nobody's telling him any different up there.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because he's playing the game.
The game of death or life or both or neither?
What game is he playing? The reincarnation trap, the reincarnation cycle game. He's plunging himself further and further in the negative, which means that's a positive for the system, right? Because it keeps him here for a very long time. He has to continue to feed the system.
All right, Liz, Joseph, Kai, Liz Cross, everybody out there, thank you very much. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Please share, like, and subscribe and leave some comments. We love reading your comments. And have a wonderful season.
So before we go, we have not seen the last of him. He will kill someone in prison.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, he will. I'm getting that so strongly from this Joseph. He said, he'll make the headlines again. He's going to kill someone. He just can't stop. They don't know what they're dealing with. They're not looking at it from a serial killer standpoint. Hmm. Okay, well, watch this space.